Birthdays used to feel ordinary to me. Just a date, a cake, a few messages. But this year feels different. This year feels like standing in front of a mirror that shows not only my reflection, but every version of me I've ever been. The girl I was, the woman I'm becoming, and the one I pray to grow into. Turning 26 feels like opening a book I didn't know I had been writing with my tears, my strength, my mistakes, my scars, and my victories. And it begins with a little girl who grew up without her father. At 16, I was navigating a world that had already taken something big from me. My father died when I was just a year old. I grew up loving a man whose voice I couldn't remember. A man I knew only through stories and photographs. But the world is not always gentle to a fatherless girl. I learned early that people sometimes mistake softness for weakness. I learned how to protect myself before I fully learned who I was. I learned that being strong was not a choice, it was survival. Yet, despite the silent battles, the confusion, the loneliness, I still carried hope. At 16, I still believed life would eventually be kind to me. At 18, life began showing me its true colors. Plans fell apart, people disappointed me, and some days, it felt like life was teaching me lessons with hands that were too heavy. But even then, I kept going because that's all I knew how to do. At 20, I looked around and it felt like everyone was ahead of me. Some had careers, some had money, some had influence. And there I was, trying to understand my place in a world that seemed to reward speed over direction. But in the quiet moments, I learned that being behind is an illusion. We are all running different races, on different tracks, with different destinies. My journey was mine, and mine alone. At 21, God proved that timing is everything. This was the year I met my life partner, the man who